Welcome. Today we are going to learn how to write an article. This is a type of essay that is asked in Section A, Directed Writing, SPM English Paper 1. Let us begin. First, for an article, there must be a title, followed by the name of the writer. Then, you continue with the first paragraph, which is the introduction. Then, the other paragraphs are for the content points given in the question. After that, we have the last paragraph, the conclusion. This is the format of an article. Now, we are going to look at the details in each part of the article. First, the title. The title should be about the topic of the question. Second, write your name as the writer of the article. Then, for the first paragraph you can start the introduction with sentences like, this article is about. For the content paragraphs, you have to use logical or sequencing connectors like first, firstly, then, in addition, furthermore, moreover, subsequently, lastly and other connectors. Then, remember to use topic sentence for the content points. Write a sentence for a content point. After that, write a few sentences for your ideas or elaboration for that content point. For the last paragraph, you need to conclude with phrases like, as a conclusion. To conclude, then, write the summary of the points or the topic or subject matter. For example, as a conclusion, these are the reasons. It is practice time. Read the question given here. You find that many of your friends are under a lot of pressure. They spend most of the day studying and appear to suffer from stress. Write an article for your school newsletter on how to cope with stress. Include the following points: regular exercise, hobbies, work in groups, balanced meals, enough sleep, study skills, make a checklist, seek advice, talk to your family, listen to music, counselor, game. For directed writing, the marks allocated 35 are divided into 3 sections. Format 3 marks, content 12 marks and language 20 marks. How do you make sure that you will get all the marks? Do use the correct format and make sure you write all the content points given. Now, the format marks. Format 1 is for the title. Format 2 for the name of the writer and Format 3 is for the introduction. Sometimes, for Format 3, the mark can be for your conclusion too. We will move to content points. Content 1 is regular exercise. Content 2 is hobbies. Content 3, work in groups. Content 4, balanced meals. Content 5, enough sleep. Content 6, study skills. Content 7, make a checklist. Content 8, seek advice. Content 9, talk to your family. Content 10, listen to music. Content 11 is counselor. Content 12, game. The title is, Coping with Stress. Writer's name is Weera Muhammad. Then a sample of the introduction paragraph. The phenomenon of students under pressure is evident from the behavior of those students affected. I am a student and I know when my friends are under pressure. Some of those active ones will suddenly turn passive, some will become too quiet while some tend to get angry fast. Dear students, you can also write the introduction like this. Have you ever felt stressed? Well, you are not alone, as every person in the world has to face stress at one time or another. Since stress is a part of life, it is essential to learn how to deal with it. Here are some strategies for dealing with stress and pressure. Paragraph 2. You can use Content 1, regular exercise. Content 12, games. There are many ways one can get rid of stress. Firstly, students, especially teenagers, must go for regular exercise. A brisk walk in the park would release a lot of tension. Students should play football, hockey, basketball and badminton to reduce stress. Exercise is also said to relax the body muscles and keep you calm. This is the last sentence for paragraph 2. Paragraph 3. You can use Content 2. Hobbies. Content 10. Listen to music. Students must have hobbies such as reading, collecting stamps, fishing or listening to music of your choice. These leisure activities help keep students free from school-related stress. Paragraph 4. Content 3. Work in group. Content 6. Study skills. Content 7. Make a checklist. Therefore, students should plan a timetable. They can work in groups to solve some of their academic problems. Besides making friends and discussing certain issues, group discussions can help improve study skills. One of these is the ability to make a checklist of all the activities planned and carried out. This in turn will make studying more effective and avoid unnecessary pressure. Paragraph 5. Content 4. Balanced meals. Content 5. Enough sleep. Content 8. Seek advice. Content 11. Counselors. Content 9. Talk to your family. Students should also have balanced meals and enough sleep. These are said to be basic to healthy lives. Students, especially those in exam classes, must sleep and eat well because a healthy body creates a healthy mind. However, the process of going to sleep can sometimes be difficult. Hence, it is necessary to seek advice from those whom we trust and love. Counselors in school are helpful, but you can always talk to your family first. However, if nothing works, there is a need to seek treatment from the relevant authorities. You may be surprised, but a friend of mine said that screaming at the mountains and laughing your heart out can take away stress. Paragraph 6 is the last paragraph. The conclusion. You can end the article with this. In conclusion, stress may be unavoidable, but it need not make life miserable for you. There are many ways to reduce and deal with stress, such as the strategies shared here. Life gets better once stress is controlled. Or this is another way of writing the conclusion. Some say that a little stress is good for you as it pushes you to react and achieve your goals. On the other hand, when stress is prolonged, it causes physical and emotional problems that may damage both your health and your performance. Thus, it is important for us to learn how to handle our stress. Here are some suggestions of sentences you can write. C1 Regular exercise. C2 Hobbies. C12 Games. Next, get some exercise. You may think that if you don't have the time to sleep and eat properly, you definitely don't have the time to exercise. However, don't worry about this. You have extracurricular activities and games where you can let off your steam and lessen stress. If needs be, you can go for a relaxing 30-minute walk while listening to your favorite music and even take a power nap during rest time. I assure you, you will definitely feel much better. And during weekends, you can play games with your friends. Sample 2. Studies showed that those with hobbies and those who indulged in physical activity that resulted in bodily tiredness were less "stressed." The importance of rest and recreation thus came into consideration as a remedy for stress. Today, attitudes have changed to such an extent that rest and recreation are now considered essentials to a healthy and satisfying existence. Sports, games and other forms of physical exertion are now identified as absolutely necessary for a healthy body and hence a healthy mind. For the first time in human history, mental health has been given an equal footing to physical health. Here are some suggestions of sentences you can write. C4. Balanced meals. At the same time, you should eat healthy foods. Just like your sleep habits, your eating habits too may have changed when you came here, especially as you have to follow a new schedule and a new diet. Think back on what and when you had eaten over the past few days. You may think your stress is psychological, but it could just be physical stress if you are not fueling your body appropriately. So, on outing days, get something balanced and healthy, fruit and vegetables, whole grains and protein. Starting your day with breakfast is necessary. Don't ever go to class on an empty stomach. That spells trouble and illness. Studies were conducted in which students were asked to perform tasks after either having eaten or not eaten breakfast. Much evidence pointed out to improvements in learning and memory, and general well-being. C5. Enough sleep. Make sure you get enough sleep. Your sleep schedule is, most likely, far from ideal now, so getting more sleep can help your mind refocus, recharge and rebalance. This can mean a quick nap before study hours, a night when you go to bed early, or a promise to yourself to stick with a regular sleep schedule. Sometimes, one good night's sleep can be all you need to feel charged and energetic once again. C7. Make a checklist. Most of the time, stress is a result of feeling overwhelmed. To get rid of this feeling, keep yourself organized. For example, you could keep a daily organizer or checklist and plan your activities. Get your priorities straight and focus on things that are really important. Do not get caught up in minor issues that only create additional work for you. Break tasks down into manageable bits and tackle them one by one or step by step. Proper planning also helps you avoid the stress of doing things at the 11th hour. C8. Seek advice. C11. Counselors. The next thing that we can do to reduce stress is to confide in someone we trust. Don't keep things bottled up. Talking with someone helps you to put things in better perspective. Who knows, they may even have solutions to your problems. Do not be afraid to seek professional help if you feel you have reached breaking point. Of course, don't be afraid of getting a little help if you need it. It can be hard to ask for help, and your friends may not know how stressed out you are. Nevertheless, most students are going through the same things at the same time, so don't feel shy to vent your frustrations for 30 minutes over coffee with a friend. It will help you refocus and make you realize that the things you are so stressed about are actually quite manageable. Alternatively, you can see the counselor who will be only too glad to listen to your woes. Keep the lines of communication open, especially to somebody you can trust. C10. Listening to music. Besides that, taking time to relax can help you ease stress. Doing things that you like, such as listening to music, taking a walk, or reading a book, can take your mind off things that bother you. Even doing nothing at all can be beneficial. After a short break, you will feel refreshed and more able to tackle a problem or a piece of work. Of course, make sure that taking a break is not an excuse for putting off your work. This would only cause you more stress when you have to rush to finish your work in the end. That is the end of our practice session. Now you need to do an exercise in order to familiarize yourself with writing an article. There are 2 exercises here. Please read the questions given. Then, write the article. You can get the questions from my Google Forms in the Google Classroom or from my teaching site. Happy writing!